Hello, my name is Sarah Piercy and I'm a marketing coordinator with All Seating. What you're about to see are the details regarding our fall launch, including the launch of Foster Patient Recliner, the relaunch of Astute with a wood and a plus version, the introduction of You Guest, a new product enhancement, and a new Grade 1 proprietary fabric card, Fleur. You may have heard the buzzword residential lately. The residential space has stemmed from the rise of open and occasional seating spaces, creating a new way of working for today's younger, more mobile workforce. You'll see this trend in business, hospitality, education, and healthcare industries alike. The environments are more collaborative and unconventional and put an emphasis on the spaces between. Today's work environment also needs to be flexible, and the right seating solution has the power to shape the experience of the user, even the overall mood of the workspace. From promoting collaboration at each point of contact to adopting vibrant color palettes, occasional seating is central to ensuring productivity while offering freedom and versatility. Another trend to note this season is the change in the healthcare design landscape, specifically patient rooms. More than ever before, the needs of patients, families, and caregivers are being considered as part of the healing process. Comfort, control, and connection are considered at the forefront of design to accommodate a wide range of activities in patient-centered settings. Seating solutions that adhere to these design principles are proven to aid patients in the healing process. Further, some color trends in healthcare include biophilic design. Biophilic design brings the outdoors indoors with live greenery and natural finishes that lends itself to healing. The calming effect of biophilic design is a natural shift away from the clinical look and feel of yesteryears. The first product we are introducing in this launch is the Foster Patient Recliner. The Foster Patient Recliner offers a modern design that stands up to the demands of the healthcare environment. The recliner places an emphasis on comfort, control, and connection, also known as empathic design. These have been the guiding principles when designing the Foster Patient Recliner. And these guiding principles or themes were determined with input from medical practitioners and healthcare designers. In addition to the expertise from designer Aaron Duke. Aaron Duke established his design studio, Intersection, in 2009. The studio has endeavored to create dynamic, synergetic environments where people enthusiastically delve into projects that encourage the essential discourse between culture and science through a design medium. The Foster Patient Recliner is already award-winning, taking home a Healthcare Facilities Symposium Distinction Award in the Architect's Choice Product category. Further, All Seating also received the Supplier Horizon Award from Premier. So now, let's go over the various features of the recliner that support one of the three themes, first being comfort. In addition to built-in lumbar support and a natural curve to the arms, the recliner features molded foam, dual-density seat suspension with sinuous springs. Many sizes and shapes are easily accommodated with the optional adjustable headrest, which is coming soon, and the pull-out footrest. Ideal comfort can also be found with the infinite back recline with gas assist and ergonomic activation levers on both arms. And now features that speak to control. Features that speak to control include the ability to configure the chair using various controls on each side. Controls can include the footrest lever, central brake and steer, recline activation levers, reverse incline. Also, dual pivoting arms lift to provide side access on both sides of the chair, and the polyurethane arm cap is extended past the arm to assist with egress and ingress. And central brake for locking the recliner in place and steering on both sides. And lastly, the features that speak to connection include the footrest and back working independently. This allows the recliner to lay flat, offering a comfortable sleeping solution for family members. A feature that doesn't fall into a theme, but is worth mentioning, is that the recliner is HHI compliant, and also Cal 133 certified. Note that in order to be HHI compliant, the product cannot also be Cal 133 certified, and vice versa. The Foster Patient Recliner will be available with gray accents on the arms, push bar, and other controls. There are 10 features that will come standard on the Foster Patient Recliner. The first 5 being unique value propositions. These include pivoting armrests on both sides, infinite recline control levers on both arms, ergonomic passive lumbar support, removable back and seat covers, and a removable seat and 360 wipeout for greater cleanability. The additional 5 standard options include being warranted for users up to 500 pounds, the gray polyurethane accents, right side seated footrest lever, independent back and footrest controls, and a warranty of 10 years. Except for on mechanisms, it will be a 5-year warranty, and fabric is covered by the fabric manufacturer's warranty. 5 other options include central brake and steer, which would be $650, and with the option to have controls on both sides is an additional $65 or $715 in total. The footrest lever can be specified on the left side seated position at no upcharge. A push bar can be specified at $205. An adjustable headrest will be available soon and must be specified with the push bar. This pricing is to be confirmed. And reverse incline, which is $130. Here we have a snapshot of the Foster Patient Recliner price page. Starting list price is $5,800. Please pay special attention to the features section, as it depicts all of the standard features like dual pivoting arms, passive lumbar, and removable covers. Since not many of our competitors offer dual pivoting arms and removable covers, we have included a section under the price zone to call these options out as included. The price page is fairly standard to navigate, with options like push bar at $205, central brake and steer at $650, or with dual control at $715 and reverse incline at $130. All seating now has 2 Foster recliners. The standard 3-position recliner has a starting list of $2,910. The Foster Patient Recliner starts at $5,800 list. However, there are several features that are standard when compared to the competition. These will be addressed in the upcoming slides. While exploring the Foster Patient Recliner's value proposition, we reviewed 16 competitive chairs from Steelcase, Carolina, Nemschkoff, Krug, and Stance. We compared 20 common features found in patient recliners such as reverse incline, central brake and steer, pivoting or drop-down arms, and more. As far as number of features offered, Foster is in line with one other competitor, Carolina's Modern Amenity, by offering 14 of the 20 features. Carolina's Orchestra is slightly higher with 15 out of 20 features. However, when focusing in on some of our value propositions, one can argue that the Foster Patient Recliner is superior. The Modern Amenity does not offer a pull-out foot tray, and neither the Orchestra or the Modern Amenity offer dual arm control, replaceable components, 360-degree wipeout, or lumbar support. The features that have not been offered by Foster but are offered by some are items such as Cal 133, IV poles, heated seats, bag hooks, and side mount tables. There have been discussions about adding a side mount table as part of Phase 2, and our team is currently testing for Cal 133. However, not all competitors offer Cal 133 due to the fact that chemicals required for this feature go against the Healthier Hospitals initiative. As it pertains to the IV pole, heated seats, and bag hooks, these features could bring us into the equipment category that is monitored by the FDA, and so they likely will not be offered. It is, however, important to point out that All Seating is the only company that promotes a passive lumbar for user comfort, and in addition to this, our arms are very uniquely engineered, and only 4 other competitors, Steelcase Empath, Carolina's new Lasada, and Nemschkoff's Ava and Console, offer back recline controls on both arms. Further to this, All Seating's patient recliner comes standard with dual pivoting arms for ease of patient transfer on either side of the chair. There may be 10 other competitors that offer this feature. Only 2 offer it as a standard, Nemschkoff's Ava and Caroliner's new Lasata. Other competitors force you to move up in the model in order to option out a drop-down arm, in which case most only offer it on one side, not both. The next slide will cover off some perspectives of why the drop-down arms may not be ideal. And finally, there are 7 other competitors that offer removable covers, but All Seating is the only one that has this as a standard feature, much like the remainder of the Foster collection. This slide illustrates how some drop-down arms may not be ideal for getting in and out. The first, being Krug Jordan, shows an uneven surface from the seat and over the arm. Further to this, there is a metal surface for the hinging of the arm, as well as a tubular metal loop that is for locking the arm in place. Both of these metal surfaces and unevenness can prove to be uncomfortable when the user is sliding in and out of the chair. The second is Caroliner's Modern Amenity, and shows what looks to be a 1 to 3 inch drop from the seat to the arm. This too can be somewhat uncomfortable to maneuver in and out of. The third and final illustration is the Steelcase Empath, which shows almost a 1 inch heightened lip from the seat over the arm. Again, this can be uncomfortable given the arm is a solid, hard material to pass over. When reviewing the competitive landscape, we chose not to share base list prices, simply because the comparisons are not equal when it comes to standard features. For purposes of this price position chart, we added a push bar and central brake and steer to the patient recliner, which brings our list price to $6,655. For the competitive listings, we continue to add options which are standard for Foster, such as pivoting or drop-down arms, poly arm caps, and removable covers. Although our patient recliner is on the top end from a price point perspective, it has been proven in several preliminary product reviews that All Seating's quality, comfort, and functionality far outweigh the competition and warrant the additional cost. This, coupled with the features outlined in the previous slides, simply support that All Seating's Foster patient recliner is best in class. The following slides outline the relaunch of Astute with the inclusion of Astute Plus and Astute Wood versions. Astute was designed in collaboration with Fleming Busk and Stephen Herzog from acclaimed modern design firm Busk and Herzog. Busk and Herzog's design studio was established in 2000, and they have since gone on to receive numerous awards, including recognition for revitalizing the Danish furniture design industry in 2008 with the Furniture Award. This award has previously been awarded to renowned designers such as Arne Jacobsen, Paul Kierholm, Werner Panton, and Jorn Utzon. The duo has a number of designs featured in museums around the world, including the Danish Museum of Art and Design, the Royal House of Norway in Oslo, the Norwegian Embassy in Helsinki, and the Modern Restaurant at the MoMA in New York. Astute is a multi-purpose chair that solves the functional needs of any modern workplace. With over 85 configurations, there isn't a space or need it can't accommodate. Astute can be specified in 5 different material options: a poly back and seat, a poly back and upholstered seat, a fully upholstered, a wood back and seat, and a wood back and upholstered seat. There are 7 base styles. There are 3 guest height options including foreleg, sled, and caster base. There are 2 stool heights, counter and bar, both available in a sled or foreleg. The counter stool will be available immediately. However, the bar stool will not be available until early 2019. We will communicate this to the field when it becomes available. To complete the Astute family, we have the Plus model, which has a 26-inch wide seat. Astute Plus is fully upholstered and available in foreleg with loop arm only. Astute has 3 arm options: no arm, penguin arm, and loop arm. As a reminder, the Plus model will only be available with a loop arm. Additional options for Astute include a shroud, which will match the trim finish selected, which is available in smoke or onyx. The shroud is not only an aesthetic option, but is necessary should stacking with upholstered seats be desired. Another option is sled glides and felt glides to protect floors. These are also in smoke and onyx. Casters in carpet and hard surface, and lastly, ganging brackets for no-arm models only. All models except for the sled base with a loop arm stack either on a dolly or on the floor. The guest chair with poly seat stacks 14 on a dolly, or stacks 6 on the floor. The guest chair with upholstered seat stacks 7 on a dolly, or stacks 4 on the floor. It also stacks 4 high on the floor with casters. Please note that although the shroud is optional, it is required if stacking with a fully upholstered seat specifically. Refer to the website or price book for all stacking capabilities. Astute backs and seats will be available in 14 poly colors and fully upholstered. The frames will be available in chrome, as well as 14 colors matching the polys, plus 2 matte finishes, smoke and onyx. Arms are available in polished aluminum as standard, or they can be painted to match the frame. Please remember that when specifying the no-arm model, there is still a polished aluminum piece that can stay polished or can be painted to match the frame. This piece is shown in the image on the right. We have categorized our frame finish selections into 2 categories based on minimums and upcharges. Collection 1 has no minimums or upcharges and consists of onyx, smoke, haze, dune, cotton, matte onyx, and matte smoke. Collection 2 has both a $25 per unit list upcharge and a 25 unit minimum order quantity, and consists of Cove, Sage, Carob, Pacific, Maize, Currant, Autumn, Midnight, and Crimson. At launch, 8 colors will be available. Those will include onyx, smoke, haze, dune, cotton, midnight, currant, and carob. The remaining will be available early 2019. There are 5 wood finishes available. The first wood type is striped beech, and it comes in 3 finishes, light, medium, and dark. The second is a solid walnut, and it comes in 2 finishes, medium and dark. Starting list price for the Astute 4-leg guest with poly seat and back is $395. There is a $10 upcharge to the sled base, $65 upcharge for the penguin arms, and a $110 upcharge on loop arms. As indicated previously in this presentation, we are launching with 8 colors to start: onyx, smoke, haze, dune, cotton, midnight, currant, and carob. In the early part of 2019, the remaining poly colors, Pacific, Cove, Sage, Maize, Autumn, and Crimson, will be available. Starting list price for the Astute 4-leg counter stool with poly seat and back is $435. From there, we have a $10 upcharge to bring us to the sled counter stool at $445 list, a $30 upcharge to the Astute 4-leg bar stool at $465 list, and $40 for the Astute sled bar stool at $475 list. As a reminder, the bar stools in all finishes, poly, upholstered, and wood, will not be available until early 2019. Fully upholstered 4-leg guest has a starting list of $525. And the fully upholstered 4-leg counter stool starts at $565 list. As detailed earlier in the presentation, we are introducing 5 wood finishes, 3 striped beech and 2 walnut. The Astute 4-leg with striped beech seat and back has a starting list of $710. There is a $150 upcharge when specifying walnut, and when an upholstered seat is desired with a wood back, there is a variable pricing but starting with a $50 deduction in list, or starting list of $660 for armless 4-leg guest with a striped beech back and upholstered seat. The same rules apply with the Astute counter and bar stools with a wood seat and back, with a starting list of $750 for the striped beech 4-leg counter stool. Astute Plus is available in 4-leg, fully upholstered, and can be specified with loop arm only. Starting list is $695. This slide illustrates that Astute Guest is one of our premium poly guest chairs starting at $395 list, slightly under Multiflex. It is important to remember that these chairs serve very different purposes. For example, while the Multiflex is designed primarily for its engineering, Astute should be specified for its breadth and depth, as well as use of materials, like aluminum arms, aesthetics, and design. From a fully upholstered guest scenario, Astute sits in the middle, at $525. It is $130 list above Inertia Upholstered, and $368 list less than Hulsa. Again, it is critical to remember that one would specify Inertia with institutional or utilitarian environments, while Astute would be more suitable for areas requiring a more residential feel. Astute is All Seating's only chair that comes with a wood seat and back, striped beech starting at $710 and walnut starting at $860. The cost difference between striped beech and walnut is due to the way that they are produced. Due to walnut trees' distinct natural variations, it is not available in long lengths when lumbered. Walnut is a unique wood that takes extra time to lumber properly and produce the most consistent design. Additionally, it is important to understand that these woods are made of ply. Each walnut and beech seat has 8 layers, and back has 10 layers, finished with a 3D veneer on the surface. Astute maintains a mid-market position within its direct competitors. When specifying this chair, it is important to remember that Astute truly is in a league of its own in terms of quality and number of ways in which it can be specified. It is a full family of guest and bar stools, which includes a plus-size guest chair available in poly, fully upholstered, as well as wood seat and back. Although the competitive landscape appears to be vast, many competitors offer only 2 of the 3 categories, like Stylex Welcome, Technion NAMI, Spec Urban, Carolina Lado, Kielhauer Chips, and Bernhardt Sonar. However, there is only one competitor that offers all 3 categories of poly, upholstered, and wood, and that is Stylex Brooks chair. However, Brooks does not offer a sled version, nor does it offer the plus-size width in its portfolio. Again, Astute's versatility from frames, finishes, and styles truly set it apart from the competition. The chart above provides a snapshot of where Astute with poly seat and back is positioned when compared to its competitors. It is slightly above Allsteel's Vicinity sled model and below Stylex Brooks and Allsteel's Vicinity 4-leg model. From a design perspective, we feel the real competitors are only Carolina Lado, Kielhauer Chips, and Stylex Brooks. With those, our frames and finishes far outweigh those of Carolina Lados, with 4 plastic colors, minimal stacking, 1 frame color, and a 300-pound rating. Similarly, while the Kielhauer Chips products has more to offer than Carolina Lado, it too does not compete with Astute when it comes to the number of finishes options, with 8 plastics, 2 wood, and 4 frame colors. Further to this, the Chips frame is only 16 gauge tubular steel versus Astute's 14 gauge and is slightly smaller in diameter. Stylex Brooks is by far the closest in comparison when it comes to finish and breadth and depth. However, they only have 2 arm options, loop and armless. Their stacking is slightly lower with 12 on a dolly versus Astute's 14, and they only offer 4-leg, no sled. Further to this, their warranty is only 10 years versus All Seating's new 12-year policy. Astute maintains its mid-positioning from a competitive standpoint as it pertains to the fully upholstered model. Again, for the same reasons as noted on the previous slides, the only true competitor is Stylex Brooks. The chart above provides a snapshot of where Astute in both beech and walnut sit when compared to its competitors. Although it appears that Astute has inched up slightly from the price point perspective, it's important to understand that not only does Astute have a substantial frame structure, its seat and back made of either beech or walnut ply, and each has 8 layers for seat and 10 layers for back, with a 3D veneer on the surface. This is contrary to Alamer's Nuno's wire frame, as well as Davis Milano's light, thin profile, bent plywood, and Kielhauer chipped 7-ply seat and 8-ply back. Kielhauer's Trua is made of a beech plywood and either walnut or oak veneer. The U-Guest shares the same U-shaped design philosophy as the task chair. The addition of this guest chair to the all-seating portfolio is in response to the demand requirements within GSA bid specifications. These requirements ask for both a matching guest chair to the task, but also requires that the mesh be encapsulated for added protection. This also makes it ideal for healthcare applications. The U-Guest is available in black for a list price of $595 or smoke for a $35 upcharge. The chair is constructed of 14-gauge steel and polyurethane arm caps. When the smoke frame is specified, the back frame, arm caps, and nylon glides will match the frame. The mesh back is available in 4 standard meshes, M3 ebony or silica, and M2 iron or platinum. Other colors of M2 and M3 may be available via SPR. However, extended lead times, minimums, and upcharges will apply. We have one enhancement for this launch, U encapsulated. We have a new frame option on our U mid-back and U2. The current back, as shown here, the mesh goes over the frame for a clean aesthetic. With the new enhancement, you will have the option for an encapsulated mesh. That means that the frame will wrap around the mesh for added protection in high traffic areas. The option will be available in both U mid-backs and U2 in either a black or smoke frame finish. The following slides will cover all of the launch assets available for you to spread the word. We have a few videos for this launch. The first one shown here is an animation that tells the breadth and depth story of Astute. Second, we still have a video of Buskin Herzog discussing the Astute chair at NeoCon 2017. Some highlights include how the duo formed their studio, Buskin Herzog, based on the combination of both of their strengths and their Danish influences, and at the 2-minute mark, don't forget to check out how they were inspired and other details about the chair. Lastly, in the coming weeks, we will have a video of Aaron Duke presenting the Foster Patient Recliner, as well as an animation going into the features and benefits. All videos will be available on All Seating's YouTube page. These videos are great for sharing on social media and for sending to clients directly to introduce them to our latest products. Alternatively, these videos can be sent as a follow-up to reinforce a conversation. E-signatures have been created to help promote Astute and Foster Patient Recliner. These will be embedded into the launch bulletin and will also be available on the Spec All Resource Center. E-signatures are a great form of awareness. They are easy to implement, switch around month over month, and they are free advertising. We will have a chair tour sheet for Astute and Foster Patient Recliner. And of course, anyone wanting samples for their showroom will be able to order them at a very deep discount. Look out for the announcement coming to your inboxes soon. The Astute brochure is still in inventory and ready for order. Please keep in mind that there are some small changes on the print version. The smoke finish and wood colors are slightly different. A sample chip should be ordered for accurate color matching. The Astute hang tag is available in the literature portal for order as well. And the Foster Patient Recliner hang tag is now available in the literature portal. A sell sheet and technical specifications is now available for the Foster Patient Recliner. A sell sheet and technical specifications is now available for the U-Guest as well. Launch packages can be expected the week of November 26th, along with 2 samples of Astute, a penguin arm poly model in carob and a no arm wood model in medium walnut, both with chrome frames. In the launch package, we are excited to send out our second All Seating magazine. With a focus on healthcare and occasional seating trends, the magazine will also feature new products, enhancements, designer spotlights, and more. As mentioned, it will be in the launch package, but it will also be available for download in the Spec All Resource Center. And finally, for new textiles. We are launching our newest proprietary Grade 1 fabric card, Fleur. It is 100% polyester and it is intended to complement our task seating. It is a solid pattern with a slight texture and satin finish. There are 6 neutrals and 3 colors to choose from. The fabrics are available for order. Digital cards are available at allseating.com and fabric cards are available in the literature portal. You will also receive one in your launch kit. 3x3 samples will be available for order in the literature portal by the end of this year. In summary, the Foster Patient Recliner will be available on November 26, 2018 at a starting price of $5,800. Note that extended lead times do apply. Astute will also be available on November 26, 2018 at a starting price of $395. Extended lead times will apply. And please note that the bar stool will not be available until early 2019. The U-Guest will be available on November 26, 2018 at a starting list price of $595. Again, extended lead times will apply. Enhancements will begin to be offered on November 26, 2018. And lastly, for textiles, Fleur will be available for order on November 26, 2018. Again, extended lead times will apply. The digital card is available on allseating.com. 3x3 samples will be available for order later this year in the literature portal, and fabric cards are available for order now through the literature portal and will be in your launch kits. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to sales support or marketing.